And the thing that I had to nip in the bud over the last 48 hours, because it will not be tolerated. And Randy first called me up from the Star Tribune, and the first thing I said to him was, people told me, if you call, it's bad news. So I got my boxing gloves on. All right? I understand that no good deed goes unpunished. You did that story about the patch and repair owners. That was a hatchet job. So why are you calling me now? 45 minutes later, he said it was not an expose. I said, you damn skippy, it's not. It's not here. It's the right thing, all right? Then I got another situation that we're dealing with, performing a public service, talking about where's the money going, and Shonda said, what money? Up to this point, it's been on Scott's dime, my dime, everybody in this room dime. This wasn't your work plan 6 weeks ago, was it? I mean, come on. Straight up and down, no chaser, all right? So I will nip this in the bud. They will see the other side of Sears on this one. We're not going to play this game when we turn the community on itself, as Al was talking about. This is a pivotal, I want everybody to understand something. This is a pivotal point, all right? This is not just about doing good anymore. It's not just about doing good anymore. It is business, all right? This is now officially business. And I don't take it personally, but as a CEO here at Summit, I defend my institution, and this too I shall defend. Because you've been faithful servants. And for it to get slandered and slaughtered, if we don't get it under control, we're going to lose it. So I'm going to talk about communication. Who's here from housing? Anything from housing update?
I guess we could just say there was a marketing campaign that's been executed over the last week in regards to the loan center that we had a lot of help with Al from, and Summit and Emerge. There's 3 prongs to it. A mailing went out to everybody regarding this loan center. There's been some radio spots on KMOJ, and there's been some flyering that's going on that Summit and Emerge are coordinating, and that's all about trying to get people to know that the loan center is open, because it is a resource. Although loan, it's a resource that we want people to know is there so they can capitalize on.
So this is the SBA loan center.
SBA loan center that FEMA's running through Lucy Lane.
And for the record, when I got the phone call, I went to my people and said, take the students out. We're not going to pay them. It's part of community service. All right? Nobody got any money. And they're hitting the streets. To try to get the word out to everybody that you can go down there and get this thing processed. I saw an email from Shonda last night that said that a lot of people are getting rejected for it. But you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'm Sherry Shokos from the city. There's one thing I'd like to say before I address the rejected part, and that's that we have Northside Neighborhood Housing Services, the Center for Energy and Environment, and Greater Metropolitan Housing Corporation have staff from 10:30 in the morning to 7 o'clock at night the whole time the SBA is open at Lucy Laney, and we are helping homeowners and rental property owners that have gaps in their repair. You know, first they have private insurance, then they have the SBA loan. If they're denied from the SBA loan, or if they don't have enough private insurance, we're trying to figure out what funding we have to help meet those rehab gaps and help people get their housing repaired. Like the employment money, we do not yet have our money that we're applying for. We aren't going to have all that we need to meet everybody's needs, but we do have staff there that are processing applications, helping people work with their insurance and their contractors and get those. If people can be helped by the SBA, great. But if they're denied, we have other resources that we're trying to fill the gaps with. And you know, as far as the rejected part, SBA does have income standards. People need to have income that can qualify them to repay the loans if they borrow the loans. So the loans are available up to $200,000 per home or business for rental property owners. But if people have an income for a single-family household, if their income is $20,000 or less approximately, or if they're a 4-person household whose income is $34,000 or less approximately, SBA will not help them. And so we at the city are working with our partners at the state. We have a $1 million request for funding from Minnesota Housing for the Quick Start program to help people get their homes rehabbed. We have another $1 million or more in applications through the regular Minnesota housing process to try to get money to help people rehab their homes. The Quick Start program, hopefully we would get that money right away and get it on the ground right away. The other applications we have out there, we wouldn't hear back and we wouldn't have money on the streets till the end of the year, maybe not till January. That's a concern to me when we have roofs that need to be repaired. So like everyone else, we're working together with the Housing Committee and others to try to go out there and apply for money and get money to fill the gaps that private insurance and the SBA is not covering.
Thank you. All right. Quick, yeah.
We also heard back since the last time we met that there's been a FEMA declaration. I see Sherry here from the city, and she may have handouts, but I did bring a few announcements about that. It would be really nice for everyone to be able to take a little bit of time just to pass out information to people in your contact about that center. If there were, I don't know, 100 people maybe that showed up yesterday, and that's my guess. We had human needs folks staffing it all day, cookers and over 5 folks, and neighborhood help is there today doing basic intakes, trying to see what other kind of recovery needs. The SBA declaration is loan-based, so many of the residents are not getting approval, but that's also a very important step. Even though it may seem like an unnecessary step, it's important for us to demonstrate the level of need so that if we have people, the majority of the people are going and applying and saying that they're in need but they're not qualified for the loan, it makes for a case apparently for us to go back and make another request or for our officials to go back and make requests for financial assistance.